warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Everyone, how are you all doing? I hope everyone is doing fantastic and you're all enjoying yourselves wherever you are. Thank you so much for joining me on my channel. If you're new, welcome. My name is Kadzo, and today's video is going to be a talking video, basically. Yeah, so you can tell from the title of this video what it's kind of going to be, I guess. So I posted on my blog a post called I Hate 2017, and that post was a venting or a ranting post, and it was just and it was just about everything that I was going through at the time. So I was feeling very down. I turned 23 and I was feeling like nothing is happening, like I'm not close to where I want to be, and I feel unachieved. I did feel like I am just wasting my efforts, basically, because I'm working so hard at something and it's just not happening. And I was asking myself, like, is this even going to happen? Because if it's not, just tell me now so I can sleep. You know, I can waste my time sleeping instead of losing sleep for things that are not happening, you know. So I was very frustrated and I was just unhappy, and at the time, you know, I wanted to tell myself that I'm happy, you know, because it's my birthday, it's a new year, like, oh my goodness, ha ha ha. But I wasn't happy, and the first thing I realized is that when you're going through certain emotions, when you're going through negativity, or just when you're having a bad day, don't try to act like you're not having a bad day. You know, everyone wants to tell you, be happy, you know, and that's good, because we all want to be happy and we want to see the people close to us happy. But then if you don't confront that situation, you'll never really know why you're not happy, you know. So ultimately, you know, embrace whatever is going on. If it's bad, then there's definitely a lesson to learn from it, and there's definitely a triumph at the end of the road. Don't be so hard on yourself. So I genuinely tend to be so tough on myself. I'm always wanting to achieve like so much. I always want to like be a high achiever and like just be the best and do everything to the best of my abilities, you know. And sometimes that doesn't go very well. Obviously, we have to fail in life in order for us to succeed. But failure is such a difficult concept for me. Like, who likes to fail? No one likes to fail, you know. And for me, I feel like I deal with failure like so terribly. I made a mistake or I failed at something, and that is going to get to me, and it's going to make me feel like, you know what, all those achievements you did in the past, they were nothing, because you know what, now we know you're a failure. Now we know that you're not as good as you think you are. Now we know that you're not enough, you're not smart enough, you're not intelligent enough, you're not enough, you know, you're just not enough. I've learned that, you know what, I'm human. I will make mistakes, and if I'm not making mistakes, then that means that I'm not growing, I'm not learning, because you can't be good all the time. You can't be good at everything, then because that means you're not learning anything new, you know. Be very careful about, you know, the kind of self-talk that you're giving yourself. Most of the time you're looking in the mirror and it's like, you're not pretty enough, you know, you're not smart enough, you're not going to make the cut, you know, of the successful people or of the happy people or the people who deserve to be loved or whatever, you know. You cannot afford to let that be your truth, you know. You have to allow yourself to live in your positive light. It's very important for that voice to always be positive. And when you find out that it's not positive, you have to change it as fast as you can and make it positive. Where you are is exactly where you're supposed to be. This also is another thing that I struggle with, because I'm always looking like, okay, I need to look to the future. Where are we going? What's there to look forward to, you know? Most times I forget to treasure and appreciate where I am at the moment. Where we are now is just as important as the experiences that shaped us and where we want to go, where we want to be. You are part of a bigger plan. Like, there's a plan to this thing. It just doesn't happen. Like, things don't happen by chance. I believe that everything happens according to a bigger plan. And when you understand that you are part of a bigger plan, it makes it easier to deal with all the negativity that comes at you. You know, you're okay when things don't go the way you planned them, because you know there's another plan. There's a backup plan by someone who's better than you. Stop complaining. Of course, there's the things that we won't just wake up tomorrow and, you know, they're inculcated in our daily lives. But I have, you know, diminished in the levels of my complaining. But I just think there's no point in complaining, honestly. There is constructive criticism and then there's complaining, you know. When you focus on the negatives, that's when you're complaining, because you're only seeing what's going wrong. You're not seeing what's going right. At the end of complaining, there is nothing. Like, there's nothing waiting for you there. There's nothing to look forward to, because you complain and then you get to the end and you still have to wake up early. Like, you're going to complain about waking up early, and at the end of the day you're still going to do whatever you need to do. The energy that you spend in complaining, you could put that in something much more constructive. Be brave. Be brave. Especially when you're learning how to adult, you know. There's no one to hold your hand anymore. As much as your parents are there, your family is there, but you really need to stand on your own 2 feet and do your own thing and do you. And most of the time, most of us, we don't even know what that means. Like, do you, what does it mean to do me? Like, what do I do, you know? And it's hard and it's scary, because you're basically thrusted into this different situations you've never been in before, and you kind of have to come out successful. Even when you're tired, but there's things to be done, you have to do it. You have to just get yourself organized and do what needs to be done. And sometimes those things are things that we're fearful of. You know, I'm scared of maybe moving to a different place. I don't know anyone. I don't know what to do. I want to stay home, and like everything I know, everything I've always known is here. But then you have to leave and make a life for yourself. And that's scary. It's so scary. And I know, like, as an adult, you're not supposed to be scared, but honestly, like, I'm terrified. I'm terrified of, you know, the future and how things might go. But then I have faith, which is another thing. You have to have faith that things are going to work out. And with faith comes hard work, because you can't just be like, things are gonna be lit, and you're not doing anything about it, you know. Like, that's just, come on, girl. I hope you benefited from this video. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up. I hope I made sense and I just didn't ramble, because I think I did. So yeah, that's it for this video. I do hope that you get to join me again in my next video, inshallah. And until then, I'll see you next time.
No, they don't really care what you're going through, so you gotta show them, baby. You gotta show them the real you.